page and you don't have enough room to write everything that you want to write, you can make a flip out for that page. Isn't that cool? And if you've already written all the way to the edge so your hinge would cover it, take a picture of what you wrote and then you can write on your hinge when it's all dry. And just, rewrite those few letters that you'd be covering up with the hinge, but that's a good reason not to write all the way to the edge too. Okay, so I'm hard with these little tiny pieces. I'm going to put this all the way against the edge. All right, I want it right on the edge. Yeah, we're not really on the edge. Okay, so now I've got glue all over the place. It's not the end of the world though, right guys? All right, come on. And since it's coffee dyed paper, it's kind of, wavy. Now I could sew this on if I wanted to. And maybe I will sew it on for the timeline just so that you can see how that's done. Okay, so when I do something right against the edge, I take one of my little cosmetic wipes and I go right along the edge so that I make sure that I get any glue that's coming through there. Okay, then I'm going to open this up. I'm going to go along here and make sure that I wipe off any glue that I got there because I got quite a bit there. Okay, and I tore my paper a little bit. That's okay. It's just fine. It's kind of the look, the worn and loved look. Okay, so now this part I'm going to put glue on the hinge here and I'm going to glue it to this. And I'm having kind of a hard time because my hands are all sticky from the glue stick. Ugh, I need to bring something to the work table with me in the future. Okay, so I'm putting glue on this part of the hinge. This is just slightly harder to do. It's not really difficult though. And I've found that the best way is to take this and put it on top of the hinge. It's just easier to line up that way. I want to get it right on the edge. The edge of the hinge is matched up with the edge of the paper. And again, because it's coffee dyed, the paper is wavy, so I've got to press it down and maybe squish out some glue. So I want to make sure I wipe that all up. And then I don't want to wait because I don't want that to glue shut. And I want to wipe this down. Okay, so see how I've got this? If you want to have, you could use a piece of coffee dyed paper for this strip if you don't want it to show, but I kind of like the look of it showing. It's neat because it looks like, somebody added it on. Because most of these are an afterthought. It's like, oh, I don't have enough room on this page, so I'm going to have a flip out. Okay, so that one's done. And we're going to put this back in the book like this. So it goes there. Okay, so I've got that page back where it belongs. Now this is the page that had Sarah on it. So I'm going to take it out. All right, it's this side. So I'm doing this. Okay, this is how it goes. So and see I've got that tear on it. That's kind of cool. Some people will repair that, like put some washi tape or something on it. I like it. I think it's cool. It looks worn. Okay, so this is where I'm going to put my hinge. So I'm going to do this side first, which will go against this. Is this all making sense to you all? We're still going to do another one because we're going to do our timeline, which is going to be even bigger. It's going to be a big deal timeline. So fun. I love studying the Bible, you guys. I hope you enjoy this as much as I do. I hope I can make it really, really exciting and enjoyable for you. And I'm really happy that you guys are like doing the journal along with me because that's just really fun. And I really do think that those of you who are doing the journal are going to get more out of the study because we can, when I first found out about junk journals back in December, it was like, all these light bulbs were going off for me. It's like, this is perfect for Bible study. This is perfect for memorial stones. There's just so many ways that these junk journals can be used for us spiritually to enhance our spiritual growth and to pass that on to future generations. That's just very, very cool. So I think that by the time, I know that by the time that we finish this Bible study this summer or whenever you're doing it, you're going to have a book that you've written that you're going to be so proud of, you know, and you don't have to be a writer to do this. You're just going to, I'll tell you most of what to write, except for the personal application stuff that you're going to have to come up with yourself, but it doesn't have to be, you know, what am I doing? Okay, I want to do it this way. Okay, so I've put the glue on the second part of the hinge. I'm talking too much, and so I'm not thinking. Oops, that's up too high. So I want to move it down so it's even with the other page. Okay, and I want the edge of the page to be even with the edge of the hinge. And take my little cosmetic thingy. Kleenexes don't work, you guys. Let me just tell you that. Kleenexes don't work for wiping up this glue because you're just going to have bits of Kleenex stuck to the paper and stuck to you. It's a real mess. So I found paper towels work okay, but not great. But these little cosmetic sponges that I get at Walmart, not sponges, they're just like little throwaway thingies. They're cotton. They work really, really well. Okay, so there we go. We've got it all done. We've got our hinge in, and we're going to fold it. All right, and then this is going back in here the way that it was. And then this is what we have. So when we get to this page, you know, and this is all going to be bound by the time that we start working on this. When we get to this page, we can flip it open for Abraham's